Hi guys, I'm Aston Villa. Welcome to episode 129 of Raise the Holte, our bid for world domination with Aston Villa. And today we have two big games in the league because we could, in theory, win the league title today. It's against West Brom first up in the derby, then we play Watford. But before any of that, since last episode, you haven't missed anything. We've come straight back since we squeaked past Celtic into the Champions League semi-finals, and now it's time for the draw. The other teams in here, as you can see, it's Manchester City, they're the other team behind my head here, and then it's Atletico Madrid who beat Chelsea, and Paris who beat Manchester United. I'm looking at that. Atletico Madrid look to be the weaker of the other three teams, but, I mean, I don't know. I'd rather avoid City because I don't like playing domestic teams, but let's see who we get here. First team out of the hat is us. We're at home first leg, which isn't ideal. We play Atletico Madrid. Okay, well, I was happy. I've maybe over-celebrated the Celtic draw, but that didn't prove to be too easy. But it's Atletico Madrid in the Champions League semi-finals. Let me know what you think of that in the comments. Yeah, it's not, as I said, it's not going to be easy because there's no bad teams in the semi-finals. You can see we've got a few of their guys here we've been scouting and looking at. They've got strikers that are both over 20 goals already, so that's troubling. I mean, it's not going to be easy, but yeah, well, that's who we've got, so there's no point worrying about it now. Anyway, guys, let's go and have a look and see how the league has been going, and of course, get ready for West Brom. And here we go. Let's have a quick update of the league table here. Now you can see Liverpool has already lost this round to Manchester United, which is a massive, massive deal for us. Because what that means is that, so they have 6 games to go, 18 points to play for. They could get to 86 points. If we were to beat, am I doing that right? 18, yeah, 86 points. If we get 3 points here, we go to 86 points. We have a better goal difference. That would just about be that. City, with 4 games to play, 12 points to play for, they could get to 88. Arsenal, similarly, they have, as Liverpool, they have 18 points to play for, they could get to 88. If we obviously were to beat West Brom and Watford this episode, we would go to 89 points and we would be league champions. Look at that, for a 4th time in a row. What a time to be alive. So there we go. Let's have a look now and see what we're expecting here from West Brom. We are the favourites, even though our form is not as good as it could be. Now, West Brom are sitting there in 9th, so they're not the worst team in the world. So we do need to bear that in mind. So what we're expecting of them, Neil Wood is still their manager. He was the manager last time we played them. They're a cautious passing team. And they are, if we have a look here, expecting to be playing a 4-4-2. They are, you can see there, maybe we can get down the sides of them. That's what we're hoping anyway. You can see their passing network there. A little bit weird. Maybe it doesn't look quite right for a passing team, but I don't really understand the thickness of lines and all that kind of stuff, so maybe it's perfectly normal. There's their key passes, a little bit more direct for some key passes there for a passing team, so we'll be aware of that. But this is the lineup we are sending out. Gaz Mosley goes in goal. It's Nepo, Rodrigo, Ayer and Kosic as the back four. Tonali and Silla in midfield. Rashid, Enrique and Maro with Chris Hughes up top. Come on, boys, come on. It would be really, really nice if we could get the league title just wrapped up, or even just more or less wrapped up, and then we can really concentrate on Europe and make sure that, you know, we potentially look to do another league and Champions League double. Stig says go out there, prove a point. I'm just going to say we've been on a good run lately. Just keep the calm, keep the faith. We'll get on out there. I have a feeling this isn't going to be easy. Playing against counter-attacking teams never is it? What we need to do, ideally, is get a nice early goal and go from there. The fact that they're 9th in the league means that, you know, this obviously does work for them, you know, to a certain extent. So, I mean, plus it's the derby, so, you know, we we do want to try and kind of win it for that reason, if for nothing else. Can we get that? No, not quite. Chris Hughes, I thought, might have nicked that. But that was just a kickoff highlight, and that now comes to an end. We haven't touched the ball as of yet, which isn't ideal. They've got off to a decent start. We are trying to obviously play them like they're a passing team, so just trying to break them, counter-press them, make sure they don't get too much time on the ball. But it's clearly not working as of yet. So what we might look to do here is we might just drop that back in. Give them maybe a little bit more respect than initially we were doing. Just try and make it difficult for them to pass through us. For a counter-attacking team, I'm a little bit annoyed that they've got so much possession. But anyway, they are a passing team as well, so maybe that explains that. Nepo with a cross. It's headed away. Lot of space there for the West Brom midfielder. A decent attempt to win the ball back there by Silla, but ultimately came up short. Cross, too much space in midfield there. Oh, this is not looking good. Come on, boys. Get a block in. Get a block in. We've kind of held them up a little bit, but they still have the ball. The cross comes in. It's hacked clear by Rodrigo. And can we launch the counter-attack here with Maro? No, he's not going to get to that. This is becoming a long highlight now. We're half an hour in. And, I mean, we haven't seen anything from ourselves yet, have we? Which is the worrying thing here, perhaps. We might need to give it maybe a concentrate or a demand more shout, depending on what happens from this, because we don't appear to be quite at the races as of yet. This is a lot on way to go, and Gaz makes the save, and we need, boys, we need to be demanding more here, please. How are we just a little bit complacent ahead of this one? Corner to defend, cross comes in, it's easy enough for AR, but they get the ball straight back. It's blocked, and it's another corner. That's right, we've repelled that one okay, so no need to panic just yet here. They're focused after the demand more shout. Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen anything from ourselves yet, have we? Let's maybe give it a concentrate coming into the break here. I don't think that shout went out just after this highlight started, so yeah, that's not ideal. Oh, it's a decent claim from Gaz Mosley from the Iheanacho header. Gaz rolls it out. Highlight's going to continue. All right, here we go. It's Silla. Is this going to be an Aston Villa highlight? Silla's kicked it back and won it back. Here we go with Enrique. A little bit of space to run into there. Can he find Marin? He goes beyond him for Nepo. Nepo for Marin. What can the great man do? He finds Kosic in a little bit of space. Does he? Kosic, which is the cross in. It's still for Alpha Silla. Silla finds himself some space. Oh, what is he doing? Just shoot, mate. Shoot. Oh, he's off the crossbar. The first time we've seen us get forward in anything resembling an attacking movement, and we've hit the crossbar. But it didn't look particularly good from Silla, did it? It was sort of quite a few times in that highlight, just bouncing passes of opposition players, shots of opposition players. A little bit of work to do defensively here. We've got Iheanacho to mark in the middle. We haven't marked him, and we've paid the price. We've been poor this half. We can't complain, really, can we? We've been shocking, I'd go as far as to say. We'll give it a show some passion. But this has been a very, very poor showing from us in the first half. We haven't had the ball. And I tell you what, my team talk's going to involve some smashed glass, I think. Because that was just not good enough. An aggressive. What the hell, boys? What the hell was that? We'll send them back out there as is. And see if we can't play that badly again, can we? Sure, I mean, maybe we can. That's a terrible pass from Enrique. Let's give it a demand. We'll wait and see here what happens from this highlight. The corners with the West Brom keeper. Can we nick this? The way we're playing, if we go a second goal down, it would be serious, serious trouble, wouldn't it? Iheanacho gets the flick on. Kosic should pick that up. And hopefully we can build and go here, boys. Come on. Use your heads. Use your heads. Kosic finds Silla around the corner there for Rashid. I think it's the first time we've seen him with the ball, which is probably half the problem, to be fair. Rashid, that's a good ball for Chris Hughes. Oh, it's a decent last-ditch tackle. And West Brom with the ball here. Oh, are we going to turn this into another West Brom highlight somehow? Come on, boys. Pressure. That's a hack forward. Tonali picks it up. Here we go with Silla. Silla's a good-looking pass out there for Nepo. Cross in. It's Enrique. And Enrique, deflected cross at his feet. Makes no mistake. 9th goal of the year for him. And we are back on level terms 5 minutes into the second half. We'll demand more of that. That's what we want to see, boys. A bit of a loose clearance. Tonali picks it up. Silla with a nice ball. Wasn't that one for Nepo. Nepo cross deflected. Fell perfectly for Enrique. No mistakes there. And that is 1-1. That's what we wanted to see, boys. All right. Let's go get this second goal now and move on with our lives. Come on. I'm wondering, Chris Hughes not having a good day up there. Let's maybe bring Rodrigo on for him, and Nepo's picked up an injury. So we'll make it turn into a double sub all of a sudden. Nepo goes off for Dali. Let's bring Rodrigo on for Hughes, and we'll go from there. Silla looking nervous isn't ideal. Here we go from the corner. Can we nick a second goal here? It's a header. It's bouncing around. It's there for Rashid. And Rashid just does it again and again and again. And that's his 17th goal of the year. We might just knock it back off attacking now because it hasn't been a classic performance from us. We will tell them to concentrate. No, we won't. We've already given a shout. But a headed clearance. It just fell perfect. Look at the anticipation from Rashid. It's actually bounced off the back of Enrique there. We're maybe lucky to get away with that. He could have been offside. But we have got away with it. And after that offside call against Celtic last time out, I just about say we deserve that one. But that's 2-1. This is, as things stand, 3 points in the bag. But obviously it hasn't gone full time as of yet. Tonali's looking a little bit tired there. We don't really have anybody to replace him though. He should be fine. Let's maybe just start and close it down ever so slightly. We'll slow it down. We'll lower this tempo down. We might just be a little bit more disciplined in our play as well. And if I do all that and they go back and equalise, I'm going to be annoyed. So I'm going to have to do it all again. Let's also sit these fullbacks. We don't need them bombing on anymore. We just need to try and see this out now, please, boys. Let's go defensive. And we've got our own free kick here. In there, Rodrigo, flick on. It's hacked clear. We should have men back. We do. I'd be annoyed if we were protecting a lead and we had too many men forward in that situation. Not the best pass from Kostic, but it does sort of trickle its way to Dali. Here we go with Tonali and Rodrigo. Back for Tonali. Look for Rodrigo. No, he goes for AR instead. AR for Rodrigo. Let's maybe use the flanks a little bit here, boys. We're getting closed down. It's still 3 minutes to go. This is a proper highlight. Gaz, ever reliable, out to Kostic. Kostic. Oh, it's not good, Kostic. That's not good. That's not what we needed from you. And, oh, are we going to get caught out here? Are we going to get caught out here? Don't do it, Gaz. He can't make the save. And what have we done? What have we done? You absolute morons. We'll take it off time wasting. We'll undo everything we just did. And we have well and truly stuffed that up. Let's maybe take it off, exploit the flanks. That doesn't seem to be working for us either. Oh, come on, boys. We should be better than that. And unless we can get another goal, it doesn't look like it's going to happen this episode for us. Push forward, boys. Come on. We're over time. And we've somehow managed to snatch a draw from the jaws of victory. That didn't make sense at first, but I was right. It just didn't sound right. Come on. Just see this out now. It's been a horrible performance, hasn't it, really? I thought we'd nicked it, but not to be. We've been outplayed there. I mean, we've been outplayed by friggin' West Brom, of all teams. Aggressive, not good enough, on we go. So maybe a small European hangover there. Nepo's out for 4 to 5 days. That should be fine. He might even actually be back for the West Brom game. We have a week off. We will recover from that, hopefully, and we'll be back for Watford. And depending how other results go, we could still clinch the title, but it's maybe unlikely now. Okay, welcome back. Here we go. We're hosting Watford, and a lot has changed because once again we can actually win this episode if we match or better both Manchester City and Arsenal's results. Now, how did that happen, I hear you ask? Because they've been dropping points left, right and centre. Look at this. Liverpool lost at home to Tottenham. Arsenal lost away to West Ham. That was job done there as far as we're concerned. And then Derby drew Manchester City. So they've all dropped points, which means that the draw against West Brom turned out to be a decent enough result for us. And that we can, as long as we match their results, we will win the Premier League this very, very day. We are the favourites this one. Watford, they're struggling this year. They're down there in 17th. They're not going to get relegated, so they essentially have nothing to play for. But they're in woeful form. So let's hope that we can get the better of them here. Now, they do have a new manager in charge. It's John Coleman, maybe Chris's dad there. They're attacking. They're a standard playing style. As I said, it's been 15 days he's been in charge for, so we can assume that this is how he's going to play. That's how he's played previously. That's how he played against City when they got smashed. So you would imagine this is what we're going to come up against. And like I said, they have nothing to play for. So let's just hope it's a pitiful performance from a team on the beach. This is a team we're sending out. We're pretty much going with the same 11. Just one or two changes with half an eye perhaps on the Champions League. So Gaz Mosley comes in. It's Nepo, Rodrigo, Thor and Kostic. We're going to go with Leroy and Turpey in midfield. Turpey, of course, young player of the month last month. I just have a feeling he's going to get the job done here for us. It's Rashid, it's Enrique, it's Marin, it's Chris Hughes up top. Yeah, come on. So they have changed things up a little bit, which is a little bit annoying, but it should be okay. I'm resting Silla for this one because I feel like he's one of the players that he's just like a... What's the word? Just like a flair player. Like we don't really have another Silla, so I do want him to be fresh if possible for the Champions League game. Let's just go out there, play a natural game. Let's get a little bit of passion that we have faith. When we're at home, we're against a team that is in 17th yet safe from relegation. We really couldn't ask for a softer match, could we? And here we go, Villa Park, expectant of a 4th straight league title. That would be something special, wouldn't it? I feel like if we can get an early goal here, we could maybe go on and get the party pieces out. But, yeah, we do need to try and make sure we get this early goal first. Turpey with a corner. It's there, it's Chris Hughes, and it's just over the bar. Decent start, 3 minutes in, isn't it? Come on, boys, come on, let's get creative. Here we go, and the highlight begins. Nepo throws it in for Maro. Nice flick on there for Turpey. He's got space. He moves into it. He's got Chris Hughes. Chris Hughes! Oh, it's horrible goalkeeping! But Turpey to Hughes. 15th goal of the year for Hughes. And as things stand, we are going to be champions yet again. Excellent, excellent stuff. Let's demand a little bit more of that. Nice flick on from Marin, wasn't it? Really good. Found Turpie in so much space, and Turpie used it as well. Nice ball in there for Hughes. Hughes, it's not the best goalkeeping we'll ever see, is it? But it doesn't matter because it's in the back of the net, and that is not our concern. 1-0 Villa. We've got 78% possession, and can we go and put on a little bit of a display here? Come on, boys. Come on. Let's give it a bit more of a demil as the corner comes in. Let's get this away, please. Boys, there's a good header clear from Thor. Rashid picks it up, and here we go. We've got men forward. He's got someone with him. It's probably Chris Hughes. No, it's not. It's Antonio Marin, and he does double the lead. 16th goal of the year for Antonio Marin. What a player he's been for us. And surely, as Rashid connects with Marin, a second goal, that is going to be enough. We've just given a shout, didn't we, before that highlight started. But Rashid to Marin, Marin to Rashid. Are there two better players in our team this year? I don't think so. I was saying, it was Gary Turpie actually in the comments. They've carried us this year at times. They've got us through in Europe, and there they go again. Linking up and just showing how good they are. What do we say here again? Here we go now. It's Marin over a free kick. Antonio Marin. Oh, I tell you what. Inches. Not even inches. That was so close to being a second goal for him. Here we go again. It's Marin. It's Hughes. It's 3-0. And that is it now. Start celebrating, boys, because we are champions for a fourth year in a row. 16th goal for Chris Hughes. I tell you what. There's a little bit of a battle going on between Chris Hughes, Marin, and Rashid for Golden Boot, isn't there? I think Rashid's at 17. Hughes and Marin at 16. It's a battle royale to the end. And we go again. Marin, it's there. It's another goal. It's Enrique. It's 4-0. 10th of the year for him. And it's just too easy now, isn't it? It is just too easy. Well, what do we say? We'll give him some more praise, which will be a little bit wary of clocking off here. But it's a good ball in from Marin. The Watford defence was absolutely shocking. And job done there. Who we have on the bench here we want to bring on? We could bring Casey back on. I should have put one of the youngsters, strikers named after you guys, either Brian Carlos or Scully on the bench. It was silly not to, really, in hindsight. Napo's got a booking, a little bit of a knock there. Given that we have a Champions League game coming up, it would be silly, really, to leave him on the field here. So we'll bring Casey back on for him. We're not even going to contemplate doing otherwise. But other than that, what do we say? Let's just go with a little bit of passionate... Do it for them. Oh, but that was silly, wasn't it? Overconfidence, perhaps. How do you come back from that? Let's just run out with the tail between the legs. Deal with that for me, Stig. Bite. That's probably the worst team talk we've ever given. Yeah. So there we go. You can't do everything right, can we? Let's demand a little bit more. Let's try and get off to a good start in this second half. And, see where we can go from there. I'm wondering if we can get a bit of petulance from Leroy. If we can get Chris Hughes' hat-trick, it might be a good game to bring Lab on. He's been a wonderful player for us, so it'd be good to see him get a goal in a game like this, and Leroy's over the bar now. Oh, has my team talk just made them clock off this second half? We'll give them some praise, try and win them back here. But, yeah, note to self, don't say do it for the media at halftime. I should have just gone with I'm happy or don't get complacent like I normally do. But, I tried to get creative. There's a good ball for Marin. Oh, hey, 17th goal for Marin. Second goal of the game. And it's a rout now, isn't it? It's just a rout. 5-0. And there's still, 40-odd minutes to go here. 35 minutes to go, I think. Yeah, 35 minutes. Do maths. There we go. Good ball from Rashid for the second time this game. Rashid to Marin. And a good finish from Antonio Marin as well. Cracking stuff from the young Villa boys. All right. I mean, it's essentially game over now, isn't it? Do we want to save anybody? Let's maybe save Kosic. And that gives us a sub to go, and then we'll look to bring Lab on if we can get a second goal here or third goal, for Chris Hughes. Let's demand a bit more. And I'm thinking actually, with the Champions League to come, it's maybe silly to leave them all out there. An injury to Marin or Rashid right now would be heartbreaking, wouldn't it? There we go. Turpie with a decent ball. What's he doing out on the right wing? Does his best, but I'm not quite sure what he's doing up there. Are we all out of position at the back now? Maybe a concentrate is in need here. Are we going to go and lose our clean sheet? Koeman runs into space. Oh, too much space, and that was horrible. That was truly, truly horrible defending. Let's bring Lab on for Hughes. He's on a booking in any case, so that makes sense. Makes sense to do, really. But that was just horrible play, wasn't it? We looked... When your centre-back is winning a header up there, then something's gone wrong somewhere, hasn't it? I'm wondering, did I drag a player out of position? Maybe when I was subbing them at half-time. I have too. Look at that. What have I done? AR is playing right. What have I done? I bought AR off the bench. Oh, what a muppet! What a muppet. Well, I guess that's where he has to play. Oh, you moron, Aussie villain. Alright, well that explains why AR's up there. So that's fine. Mystery solved. Fiorini be a little bit miffed, won't he? Why is the centre-back playing in front of me in my position? Yeah. Well, that's kind of taken the shine off it, hasn't it? Terrible half-time team talk. A terrible substitution. And we've drawn the second half 1-1. But it doesn't matter. Live it up, boys, because we have indeed gone and won the Premier League. We've won it in style in the end. And there it is. There it is. We've won the Premier League. Amazing stuff. Enjoy it. We can concentrate on Europe now. Hopefully we can go and win that 3 times in a row. And then that just might be domination complete if we can do that. Excellent stuff, boys. Well, look at that. 31 shots, 13 on target. Look at those match ratings as well. Don't do it for the media, boys. Well done. What do we say? Don't get complacent, I think. We've got to say that, don't we? So there we go. A bonus has been paid out to Kosic. We've completed the treble. What was that treble? Oh, we've won the FIFA World Cup and the Super Cup. Okay, well, there we go. We've got a treble. Well done, boys. I know we just won the Premier League, and maybe we should tell them to celebrate that, but there's still work to do. We still got to look at that game from Marin. 2 goals, 2 assists. What a player he is. We do still need to make sure we go out there and we win this Champions League as well. Turpey on the England radar. I tell you what, the way he's playing, Eddie Howe could do a lot worse than stick Turpey in midfield for England, that's for sure. But guys, that is it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed that, and who doesn't enjoy winning a Premier League title for the 4th time, do make sure you hit thumbs up. Bit disappointing we couldn't get it done again in the derby against West Brom, but if we had won that, we probably would have won the title while we weren't playing. So, that's what, karma. That's what it is, isn't it? Everything happens for a reason. Guys, we will be back next time. We'll be back for, I think, league doesn't really matter now. So we'll come back for Atletico Madrid doubleheader. We'll play over Everton. They're a good team, but like I say, it doesn't matter right now. Next episode, it is a doubleheader. Can we make another Champions League final? It's Atletico Madrid over 2 legs. We'll find out next time, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.